in memory of me. P.S. Don't watch this if you know me in real life or if you're my mom or dad. It's kind of personal. Dear world, or internet, or diary, or whoever reads this, I'm starting Prozac again today after 5 months of being off of it. When I first stopped taking it, there were side effects. But after a few weeks, life became normal again. I became normal again. When I say I became normal, I really just mean I went back to being me. Who am I, you might ask? Or who was I before? I'm someone who doesn't like when people are perky or cheery in the morning. Some could say I'm never that way, but I don't mind. I like that I'm calm and pensive in the morning and sometimes all day. Some might think I'm sad with my distant way of responding or my constant serious expressions, but that's just who I am. I start Prozac again today, and I'm actually having second thoughts because I know that taking it means I won't really be me anymore. At least not this version. Because Prozac makes me perky and cheery all the time. It makes me wake up singing. It makes me happy. And I'm not a happy person. I have to remember that I actually need this medicine. Without it, I will feel depressed. And depression is the worst feeling in the world. You could be sitting at the dinner table, or riding the subway, or watching TV, and all of a sudden this feeling washes over you. Slowly at first, and slowly you realize it's coming. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. You start to feel worse, sad, hopeless, and all for a reason you can't quite figure out. Then the feeling leaves altogether and you start to feel numb everywhere. But the place it hurts most is your chest, your heart. And then the tears come, and it hurts to cry because you're in so much pain and you feel like you've lost control of yourself and of your body. And the world turns into this dark place and you forget why things make sense and why life matters. Then you put on an episode of your favorite show and eventually you fall asleep. When you wake up, you feel okay again, but you don't get your hopes up or anything. You know the feelings won't last. Without Prozac, I've been doing okay in the world. Not great, but okay. I feel depressed some days. Some days I feel suicidal. And no matter what day it is, I'm always thinking about death. Thoughts about dying live in my mind like they're a part of me. A part of who I am. But I'm okay. Sometimes. Without the Prozac, some of the effects lasted. Like, talking to people still isn't as hard as it used to be. Social situations aren't as scary. And I get comfortable around people faster than I once did. Still, in a few weeks, when the medicine starts to kick in again, I know I'll be even more confident, even more talkative, and even more outgoing around strangers and friends who still haven't broken my shell. I know that I'll probably forget how it felt to be like this. Here. Me. So, I'm writing this because I want to remember. Because even long after the Prozac makes me a different person, a louder, happier person, who I was these last few months will always be a part of me. It'll always be important. I'm proud of myself for doing so many big things without the Prozac's help. Moving to LA, going to auditions, and more auditions. Kind of losing my fear of auditions, meeting strangers, making new friends, getting into my first real argument with another adult. Most of all, I'm proud of myself for not giving up, for still being here, and for dealing with the depression, as hard as it was. I'm proud of myself for ignoring the thoughts about death. I'm proud of myself for going to the mental health center all by myself, for sitting through the hours of questions about who I really am and answering honestly for the most part. I'm proud of myself for starting the Prozac today, because change isn't easy. This isn't easy. It's scary because I feel like I'm losing a part of myself. But I'm not. I'll still be the same person, just with less fear and anxiety and sadness weighing me down. So, future Shani, a year from now, you'll probably think it was silly that you got all emotional about this and scared. It's probably the best thing I could do for myself and my career. But today I'm writing this in case it does matter, and in case I do forget. Today I'm writing this in memory of me. decided I wanted to direct my first film, finally. I was a little unsure of how I would actually feel like being in that leadership position of being a director and being in charge of everyone, like the crew and the actors. I didn't really know what it would be like. When you wake up, you feel okay. When you wake up,